How's it going, everybody? Button here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys some really cool tips and tricks that you guys can use to get those big damage games in your lights and mediums and allow you guys to really cook. On my team, I have the legendary Death Machine USA on the NA server and a really good light tank player in Reaction. And I feel pretty confident about this game overall. We have some really good meds, and honestly, I'm just gonna feel it out. Like they only have one med on the hill, and they're gonna have a lot of heavies. And generally speaking, I don't really trust my team to go play the hill, but I'm gonna go make some plays, spot the outside, and really see what kind of information I can get early, and then play off of that. So that way I can really cook. I see that my team is going up the hill, and that's gonna be really good for my ability to be protected on the hill, so I'm safe. I don't have to worry about like running away. My team is capping B. I can't say I'm too much of a fan of that. I get a good early shot into the BZ. This spot right here allows you to spot anyone who's cresting over the hill so that your team can really nuke it. Reaction is using like a pretty high spot. That's actually a really good way to get like a pretty creative shot in, just so like you guys are aware. I'm not too much of a fan of using that spot, but if you are aware of your timings, then that's a really good spot to use because they don't really have like good spotting mediums. I see the KPZ lower, and if you do notice, someone shot the ground next to me, so I know there's one tank in the back left hand corner, and that's going to be super important to me later. This 114 SP2 here is kind of trolling, and this is why I'm not really peeking forward. I'm like really staying behind cover, the Yags in town. So now I know where the double TDs are. I'm gonna start turning the aggression up on the hill. I know that we have numbers on the hill, and my team is dying in town, so my window of opportunity is pretty small. So it's time for me to make a move. I know this BZ75 is a big gun. He could ammo wreck me, but I need to start doing damage. If I don't do damage right now, it's over, and my team won't be able to win. So I'm going to start putting in great damage here, and I'm going to make sure that we're going to try picking up this kill and get my team some kind of advantage that they need. My team is doing a good job at drawing his aggro out, so I'm not really eating the shots. That was a really lucky max roll. I was very thankful to him. Although, to be fair, it really wasn't that lucky. It's like a 35% chance if I hit that. And if you're letting me shoot you so many times, I am going to get it eventually. So in some ways it was lucky, some ways it was not. That is really routine. I'm going to start pushing behind and just work on him. My teammates are eating the shots from me. As a medium, I don't really want to be eating the shots, especially because I do have a bit of an ego, and I think I'm like better than most people. So my hit points to me are the most important on the team. I think that's only natural and fair. And now I'm in this position. It's 3-on-3, and I noticed that all of them are using the cover in front, so I have like lots of good cover. They don't really have turrets, so they can't really turn around. I see that this Progetto is making a move. Honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of it, but because he ate the shot from me, I know it's time for me to capitalize on it. And I'm gonna come in, get the bounce. That was really good, and I know this is over. I think he has the shot, but I still go for those just because, and I don't have anything too much to do, and I'm just gonna relax and chill. So now I'm dealing with this Jagger. This Yag could honestly ammo wreck me. I don't think I was running a protective kit during these games. That's something you kind of want to do in your T22. And he's dropped the tungsten, so while he's using tungsten, I'm going to pull out, and I'm going to look for a different angle. Honestly, we have caps, but because I'm really looking for those big games, I want to push. It doesn't matter to me that my team is capped. I just want to go in, get those big games, and perform really well. So I'm going to initiate in a way where the Yak can't really shoot me. When he looks away, I'm going to come down in from behind, and I'm going to really start farming him. He can't do anything about this, and I know that because of this, I have the opportunity to farm him behind. It's all about timing. So if he doesn't know where I am, and if I come in really fast, it's no time to react. And now I'm just going to look for the 752. I have no idea where he is. So I'm just going to quickly do like a scan around town. Because honestly, I don't know. He could be anywhere, and I just really want the damage. So this game's wrapped up. I'm just going to hopefully assume to check these blind spots. He could be in the hill. He could be backside of town. But I'm just going to keep in like an open mind about it. And because I saw, like, I scanned the hill a little, I don't really commit to it. I see him, like, come into town. I think that the 7.52 should have been more aggressive and done something, but I'm just gonna try to put in 2 shots with adrenaline. And yeah, overall, just a pretty good first game, really set the tone in. And yeah, that was a good game. We do pick up the ace, which is super good, super good. That's like really what I'm looking for right now. High caliber. I didn't really get the kills I wanted, and we had really good support here. My heavies and my heavies, some of them went on the hill. They did a good job, but the people that stalled out in town, I don't think that was the play that they needed to do, but because they did that, it gave me the information that I needed to know to go spot the hill effectively and just generally get the information I need. This is a second game on Canyon, and the reason why I showed this game because like when you're in a light tank, you have like all these ideas in your head. I like playing C a lot. I can go middle because I have gun depression, or I can go A because like A is like the safe spot to me. So I'm just gonna like think about it really carefully. Um, at the time, I was originally planning to go C and like get like an early spot in, an early shot, and I path and I see my team. They kinda are, but they're kinda not coming with me, so I'm gonna change my mind. I don't want to commit to a bad decision. Committing to like a bad play is honestly one of the worst things you can do in this game. You definitely don't want to do that. So I'm gonna let the 62A spot middle. He wants to do it. I don't have a good turret, and a lot of times these people like sit back, and when you poke over the hill, they just shoot you, and that's really sucks. So I definitely don't want to do that. I'm gonna go play A. This is a really good bush that I use to like see if anyone's like coming down this lane. That bush gets blind fired though a few times, so you really need to be careful. So at like at a higher or a top level game, they're gonna cap C. I'm gonna respond by capping A. I see that the Badger's in the middle. This will let a lot of people know where I am, so you don't really want to make too crazy of a play. If you're like in a Sheridan or like a bat chat and you want to like trade them out, that's really good. Like I do that play, but not in the Vickers. The Vickers has low alpha, and like I want to really surprise them. So because I see all of them kind of in town, I don't really know where the box is, but I have a few good ideas in my head. I think that the box is sitting like in the spawn, like the middle area. But this Badger, because he was so worried about me flanking from behind, he doesn't cross over, and now like 62A is gonna push him, and he's really in a lot of trouble here. I feel really bad for him. If I was the Badger, I would have gone C, in my opinion. I don't think Badger should be playing middle. But in any case, he does. We're going to farm him. And that will be that. So now I'm going to stop and I'm going to think. I see that the box is in the spawn. So I'm going to just relax. I don't really want to fight the box because I lose that like basically every time, and I don't want to lose. So I'm just gonna relax and I'm gonna put in these shots. I'm gonna do damage, and I just want to keep things going. I get the kill on that. I see the IS-7 was isolated in the middle. This is a really good angle, by the way, when there's like no one putting any pressure onto you. So when you have mid clear and when their spawn can't really touch you, you can just sit there and touch. Also, capping B is a good play there. My team is winning, and I know I can really push up the tempo, so I'm just gonna do that. I see that the box was kind of there, so I'm gonna shoot. I should have aimed the shot a little to the left. I don't think I blind fired him, but we'll see later. If he's any less than 2120, then I know I did my job with that. So I see that the E6 is there. I'm just gonna randomly shoot him, and now I see that the Sheridan's coming in. So I'm gonna really use like the HE rounds that the Sheridan gets, and just cook him, and just farm. Go to town. And now this E50M is coming. I'm gonna get behind him because he's looking to push in for my 62A here. So that way he is going to be in a lot of trouble. I do get a pretty lucky chalky shot here. That's really good. I'm gonna make sure I basically want to keep my distance. I don't want to get too close, otherwise he's gonna face up me. And then once he does that and he's gonna swing, the lower plate becomes a much harder shot, and I'm not a fan of that. So always keep your distance against these E50M engagements. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Honestly, the box pre-aiming me there was not too much of a surprise. So I want to quickly put in another shot in. And I know now this is a very common thing that TDs do. They'll look one direction and they're going to try to swing the other way. So until this box gives me like a really safe angle like that, I am not going to shoot, or I'm not going to peek him. And then I see that, so I really wanted the kill, so I go for the peek anyways. But generally speaking, you always want to be careful for those those little fake plays. Just because a TD isn't looking at you, it doesn't mean that he's not trying to shoot you. And he will go for those, and the TDs often will go for those snapshots. Even if they're risky, they'll hit pretty often. So always be careful of that. Do pick up another mastery in this tank. It was very fun. This is a game I showed on stream. Yeah, overall, just make sure we keep our distance, know where the enemy team is, and just relax and chill. And yeah, those were. And there's one more game I wanted to show. It's this T100 on port bag. So this game, I admittedly was trying out some alien technology in the spawn, shall we say. So it was a little goofy. You guys can see that. I didn't really want to cross, but I just assumed that the projectile cross, so I really wanted to get up here, but I was trying to do it in like, I did this really badly. So yeah, you guys could see that. I will eventually practice this, and I will show you guys just how this is done. But yeah. I'm actually gonna try this from a different angle, and I messed this up too. It's actually so embarrassing. Oh, oh my god, I'm so bad. Anyways, I'm like gonna try this one more time. Um, I'm trying to like build up the momentum here so I can like just get up on the hill. But I do see that the Mike 183 is in a little trouble, but but I'm really motivated on climbing up on this hill. I see the 183 needs some help now, and that's when I start taking this game a little seriously. One shot into the car here, just to farm him a little. And this game, I want to show like some cool like light tank mechanics that like I do. I do see that my 183 is dead, essentially, so I'll leave while I still have the chance. Put a nice little quick shell into the Leo. Always try to keep like you're driving. Make sure that you're trying to be in cover. Oh, that shot was just reacting too late. You just and like in the LT, don't be hesitant to snap in your shots. It's just good if you're fast and you're agile and you're like being super difficult to hit. But yeah, I'm trying to see if like they're going to be aggressive to me. I'm just gonna quickly put in a shot and just run away. That was the plan. Anyways, I see that they've kind of like ignored me a little, so I'm going to try and make a play for corner now. But I want to be really careful here because if I eat one from the Sheridan, that's like my game over. So I'm gonna quickly put in a shell in. I'm gonna run into cover. I know that I'm spotted. And next, I'm gonna see if I can like help out with like maybe the E5, the 268. But once I see that this Sheridan is totally out of position, it is my time to go. And that is the only chance that we have of winning this game. And I'm gonna do my absolute best to make sure that happens. What's also really important to me is I know the Sheridan's in a really bad position, so I'm gonna push forward. I'm gonna make the play. I do risk the cross angle. I do admit that. So you want to be careful on your timings. I was willing to take that chance because sometimes you need to eat the risk. Honestly, in my opinion, the Sheridan should not have done this play. I think you just stay in river. It is what it is, and I put in a quick shell into him. And now I just need to think. My E5 is I need to go push in for the E5 right now. I'm gonna get in behind. I'm gonna try to save my two heavies here. And no, that's a heavy. Wait, that's a grill. And I'm going to try and cap C, get us the lead here. I don't need to push in because if I push in, I push into the 268 and the Leo 1. So I'm just gonna reset, relax, and I'm gonna see what kind of angles I have for them. and just generally go from there. I see my grill is posted up on the hill. I don't really know what my 60 TP is trying to do. I think he's trying to like look for damage, but he's a one shot to a Leo, and you really need to be careful when you're like dealing with things that can just outspot you with super accurate gun handling. Yep, the Leo kinda just nukes him. So now I need to like really think this through. I have cap lead on C, and I just assume that the grill can like kinda just watch over. So I know I have the best camo, and I have really good view range, so I'm just going to use that. And I'm going to just sit here. This is like a not too common angle used for comp, but I do like using it. It's pretty good. And then you can just go drive into this bush on A, get the spot. And then I'm gonna back up till the bush becomes, when I can't see the tank through the bush, I just take my shot. So that way I'm using basically like, so the bush camo, it doesn't disappear. I still have 100% of the bush, and I'm chilling. The grill luckily did spot the 268 for me, which is really good. Now I know I need to sit on this angle, and because he's like 280 meters away, the 268 can't see me. And now I'm going to use the bush again to spot, because the 268 got closer. I pull out of the bush to watch for the blind shot, and then I'll just put another shot in. And now I know I'm spotted because he's definitely close enough, and I'm just going to run. I'm going to make a run for it. I want to get to the corner. That's actually the safest spot where I can approach a 1v2. And it looks like right now on caps, I'm doing great. And I'm going to make them push into me. Now, the Leo one actually steps here, so I was kind of surprised about this. And I thought he was going to, like, intercept me. But once I know, like, that he's capping C, this is actually perfectly safe for me. The 268 actually probably can't spot me. And until I'm here, it's just too late. So this Leo and I are gonna have a little duel. I think as of right now, they actually can't beat me on cap. So I'm gonna keep a mental note of that. But I still want to, like, be aggressive. Get the information I need, and this Leo definitely should not have shown me like the HE shot. I just go for it. I know this game is basically over. You can honestly stay here and get your way. But I am a really aggressive player in these type of situations. I want like those big game numbers to do super well, and I am just gonna go in and take a wild guess where he is, and he just turns out to be right in front of me. I missed the tracking shot here. I'm not a fan of that, and I was kind of surprised he hit like the inside. So I'm just gonna put a quick shot in, and I want to get into cover here. And basically, that's just how I'm going to end out this game. There's nothing he can do. We have the cap lead. This is basically over, and the 268, he really did what he could. But honestly, in these 1v1 situations, you just honestly just need to have like good teammates and try and work together. And these two just didn't do that. And yeah, you can really make weaknesses happen like that, and just use these light tank mechanics to get the plays that you really need. And we don't get like our mastery for this game. It's a second class. A lot of people have been really good in this tank, and it really shows. And thank you guys for watching. As some ideas, some tips that you guys can use to really improve your light tank gameplay and get the games that you really want on a lot of these maps. Lights and mediums require a lot of thought and a lot of knowledge to play them. So you want to slowly build that up, build your mechanics, and trust me, you will be a top light tank player. I hope you guys have a great day, a good night, and see ya.